All right, welcome in everyone. Going to be training my combat today. We're almost 116 combat. Sometime today I should get it. Don't think I'll get it for the stream though, but I'll get very close to it. I've only got maybe a couple of hours in for the stream today, and then I have to log out. So we'll be back online though later in the afternoon, I would imagine, to continue with defense. We are on our way to 92 defense right now today, and once we hit it, we'll be 116 combat. So that'd be pretty cool. Just 4 levels away from my goal of 120 combat, but I don't think I'll get that before Slayer. Or maybe I will, I don't know, actually. I mean, it's been maybe like a month, close to a month and a half since I achieved 115 combat. So we're basically achieving one combat level per month right now. So maybe sometime in September I'll be 117 combat, and then in October 118. If we're consistent, that is, of course. Please let me know if the music's too loud today. I'm gonna turn it on now, actually. Hey Tara, hey man, what do you think of Noob Slayer getting banned for macro and what? Sorry. And he said he doesn't know what macro is. Noob Slayer. I actually seen a couple of his videos. Didn't watch them, but I've seen them on the news feed here for YouTube. Think, you know what? I might have actually watched one of his vids, one of his progress vids. But what do I think about it? Well, if he doesn't know what macro is, then it's um it's sort of on him, I guess you could say. I mean, it sucks being banned, in general. Well, yeah. If it's a false ban, I would imagine he'll like put in a appeal and see we'll see what the moderators think from there. I didn't even know that he was doing that, or even if he was, or even that he was banned. I didn't. This is my first time hearing about it, so I couldn't quite answer your question. So, but like I said, it's in general just getting banned after putting some hour, not just hours, but I mean, yeah, hours in progress into your account would suck. Like for instance, for myself, let's just say I get falsely banned for something that I wasn't doing, you know, that would suck. But then that would be a clear sign like, hey guy, it's time to just step away from RuneScape, in general. But I don't think that would happen. I don't use any like client or anything to play. I just strictly use the mouse and the keyboard. But yeah, like I was saying, I see one of his progress vids, one of his early ones, and didn't quite see his recent uploads, but now I'm curious to see if he made a video about it. I'm gonna look that up. Noob Slayer 2004 Escape. It looks like he uploaded 13 hours ago, actually. It's a minute upload. Hang on, I'm gonna actually watch this, guys. One second. You might not see, or you won't be able to see this, but you'll be able to hear it, I think, at least. So one second. All right, so that wasn't exactly the one about his ban or false ban. Um, but yeah, it's pretty much just like a letter to Jagex or whatever. Um, am I going to be at the drop party this Sunday? On Sunday, I actually seen a post of that on the market there. I, I, no, it was the forums actually. No, it wasn't the forums. It was YouTube posts from Michael. I'm gonna do my best to be there. If not, I'm hoping to see a video or a stream on it at least. It sounds like a big drop party. Like what was it, like 200 plus mil drop party? I think that'd be really nice and awesome, not just for the new players, but just for the community in general. Um, since it's going to be like a high drop party, if I am there, I'm definitely going to donate as well to it. I'll probably throw in like a couple mil myself. to be honest, because I've also noticed the new like surge of players that have been joining 2004 Escape and even returning players as well. So it's cool to see that. I mean, just yesterday we had almost 350 players online. I don't know if you guys caught that, but that's what we were looking at. I took a screenshot actually. I was like, whoa, almost 300, almost 400 players online. That's pretty cool. At least I think that was yesterday. Um, Let me see. Let me go back to my screenshot. I think that was yesterday or Sunday, which I know they're like two completely days, but I haven't been playing as much this past week. All right, what do we have here? Yeah, it was yesterday. I don't know why Sunday. I guess on Sunday too, we had over like 300 plus players online too. I think that's why I got mixed up there. Oh, music. But yeah, let me know if the music's too loud. I'll go ahead and turn that down. Imagine if someone like donates a freaking rare rare item for the drop party. Sorry, what the heck? If I had extra rares in my bank, I totally would do that, to be honest. How about yourself, Tarolin? Are you going to the drop party on Sunday? You just saw that Tarolin Noob Slayer said Oh, I see. You're just responding to, yeah, okay. Is it on the forums or something? I'm gonna go and check the forums and see what this is, see what's happening here. Supposedly the drop party went from like 200 mil to 355 plus mil now. It's hosted by the Lit Clan. Interesting. Just some dude with YouTube channel playing RS for the first time or on the server and got falsely or false span. Noob Slayer sounds awfully like I don't know if you heard of this other YouTuber who used to make videos last year. Um, but Varuk or Varux with an S at the end. He sounds awfully like him. They both sound alike. Nah, bro, draw party is canceled. We are all grieving our boy Noob Slayer getting banned. How about we just riot, huh? Let's go to World 2 Felidor Center and just do a riot. Get your cannons out. think once I achieve 92 defense here, I'm gonna go ahead and start training my range level to at least 85, I think, for the next couple of weeks. I haven't done any rune crafting since the last stream, which was now like what, almost 10 days ago. How are you feeling about the end of the summer? Honestly, I feel that, or actually, let me just put it this way. You know, I don't know if you guys know, but I do live in Canada, so our winters are like pretty harsh. But I'm for some reason looking forward to winter this year. I don't know why, but I am. I just am. How much do you think the whip will cost when Slayer comes out? That's a good question. I would imagine around, well, let me say this. The first couple of whips won't be sold. I know that for sure. You know, those who get it first are definitely going to use it for themselves to get even more whips, I feel. But once they get more, like a couple more whips to their name, they're definitely going to sell for like 20 mil, which I know sounds excessive, but I mean, it's the Abyssal whip. It's the first couple whips in the game. For sure, someone's going to pay 20 mil for it, especially if they have the GP for it. However, after a week or so, a week or two in after having a few more whips in now in the game, I would say it would drop to maybe like 15, 12 mil between there. And then give it another month, probably like 10 mil. And after a couple months now, say 3 months now into Slayer, and we're not into Slayer necessarily into Slayer, but 3 months into when the first few players have 85 Slayer, I think it'd be like a steady 5 mil. I know those numbers are like all over the place, but to put it simply, I feel like the first couple whips, like I'm talking about the first, 5, 6 whips, definitely 20 mil, close to it. First 20 whips, I would say 10 mil. First 30, 40 whips, probably under 10 mil. So like 6 mil, like I said. That would be my guess. I'm not too confident with those numbers though. I not as confident as I was with the Dragon Chain body. I called it. I said, oh, I see this Dragon Chain body being a steady 20-ish mil after a few months. Here we are, in August now, and the Dragon Chain body what entered the game this year, 2026 of January, I think. Here it is like selling for 24 mil now. So I was pretty close. I even called it for the first couple of weeks. I think I said it in a stream or a video of mine. I was like, oh yeah, I see the chain body for, selling for like 30 mil, which it has, or at least tried to at the first time it was released. But after a couple months to a few months, it dropped down. Actually, it was selling for like 10 mil actually for a bit there. When I got my chain body, for example, it was selling between 10, 12 mil, barely 15 mil. No one wasn't willing to pay 15 mil. A lot of offers for like 7, 8 mil at the time, and as high as 10 mil. So I bought mine for 10 mil actually. I got this chain body drop with my KQ team with Goku and Rune. They ended up selling the chain body to me for 10 mil. So I got pretty lucky there, honestly. Otherwise, if we didn't get that drop, I would be stuck having to buy a chain body right now for like 20, almost 25 mil. Felidor is F2P. Let's go. Everyone should make a username now. Use your first name in your username and then put is F2P. Let's make a clan. Just kidding. Let's make a clan with is F2P in your name. Index is F2P. Garlic is F2P. Noob is F2P. Just a clan. That'd be pretty funny. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, the summer's coming to an end pretty much here. So in about a week and a half, I'll be returning to school and I won't have the schedule that I do. So early morning streams like this won't be happening anymore on the stream, unfortunately, but I will be pumping out videos again next month. My new GPU or my replacement will be in by end of the month, so we'll be back into video editing and whatnot. I, we had a very humid summer this year in Canada, in the area that I live in at least. I feel that the humid weather took a toll on my GPU, and that's why it just decided to, you know, stop working. It, it's like a physical, I think it's a physical issue that you just can't, repair on the computer, through software. So at least according to AI, like I tried to pinpoint the problem here on my own, called tech support. They ran me through some basic maintenance and whatnot, which I've already gone through myself. And then I pinpointed to where it could be like it's definitely a VRAM issue, but I don't know if it's like a damage to the chip or just a soldering issue, you know? Um, yeah, due to the very humid weather we had like last month, it was bad. Like for an entire week, it was very like humid. But who am I to complain? Like supposedly this year, the UK area had the hottest summers ever. Uh, so we are all F2P on this blessed day. What are you studying, if you don't mind me asking? I am going to be taking up on collision repair and refinishing in my trade. I've been doing mobile heavy duty mechanic work for the last couple of years, and I'm going to be looking into now somewhat of a transition and just going to do like exterior body work now on heavy duty trucks and even like just, you know, regular cars, vehicles too. So Mr. Hess says, Mr. Hess says, yeah, I'm in Winnipeg. Glad it wasn't on fire like it was last summer. Last summer, was it was it even worse for you guys? Last year for me, or like for summer, it wasn't too bad. The entire 2 months were smoggy, but this year only a few days. Oh man, 2 months of that, huh? Is base 70s good enough to melee fire giants? Base 70s is like what, 90 combat? Um, I've come here, or I'm gonna say yes or no. It depends on how you train on them. Like if you want to train on fire giants with base 70s, like I would recommend protecting from melee because you won't last very long with food. If you're like base 80s, oh for sure you'll be fine with some food and you'll be able to last at least half an hour to like 40 minutes. Me, I could last an entire hour sometimes depending on the RNG, like when it comes to defense. Um, but if not an hour, it's about 50 minutes that I can last before I have to bank. I do remember though being about 92 combat or something like that, 93 combat, and coming here before. I think I was only able to get like 20 kills before I ran out of food. 20 kills at 92, 93 combat, which was like pretty much base 70s, if I remember correctly. So you don't want to be banking less than 20 kill or every 20 kills, I mean. That just you're better off protecting from melee, investing in some prayer pots, and that way you can at least last, more than an hour or close to it. The drops too would make up for the prayer pots too. I mean, fire runes right now sell for what, 25 GP on the market, I think. If I were to if I yeah, about 25 GP. You never meleeed fire giants, they always seem to hit so hard. I like Shadow Warriors instead. I like both training spots, honestly. Fire giants if I just want to chill AFK, semi AFK any at least. Shadow Warriors because I really like their mithril bar drops and also their uncut drops. The uncut drops here too are nice too. I mean, look at what we have so far for uncuts in just this trip alone. So if I want to take like a break from Fire Giants, I'll go to Shadow Warriors, even if it means paying more attention to the kills because I can't AFK there. Shadow Warriors aren't aggressive after 96 combat, I think. You're at Shadow Warriors. Okay. Sounds like prayer is needed then. Yeah, I've seen some level 70, or not 70s, but level 80s here with prayer, protective for prayer, monk robes, glory. Looks like they had the unholy book as well, which is like about 1.5 mil, if you add all the pages together. So if you can afford an unholy book, definitely grab that. It doesn't even matter too, like even with a Guthix or a Book of Balance, you still get the same prayer bonus there. But with the unholy book, you have better strength bonuses. So I would recommend using that too at right now. You would save more prayer pots that way and also get some more DPS in per hour with the higher the strength bonus, basically. I'm slacking, let's see. Why does that not look right? My strength bonus is 84 right now, but when I equip the Book of Balance, my strength bonus is still 84, or is it 88 actually? I think it's got to be 88 because I think I have like 4 plus strength bonuses with the Book of Balance. Hmm. Yeah, Myth bar drops are amazing at Shadow Warriors. Pretty sure the books just give offensive melee stats except Saradomin and Prayer, but not no strength bonuses. Yeah, the Saradomin book doesn't give any attack bonuses. I think it's all defense bonuses there, and the Prayer bonus, of course. But pretty much what I was trying to explain there is your if you can afford the Zami book, go for it. But if you can't, the Book of Balance is your next best bet because you still get 4 extra strength bonuses with that, plus some attack bonuses too. Because like I think a Book of Balance only costs about like 200k to obtain. I think the pages are pretty much like 50k each for 4 pages. I'm just going off by what it cost me to get my Gothics book, so I don't know if the pages went down in price or if they went up in price. Um, I know that the Zami book, though, is generally around 1.5 mil. You ended up getting a Ranger boots on your first medium clue, which allowed me to pick up the Zami book, fortunately, with it's a nice piece of gear. Yeah, it was around 1.5 mil for me. I ought to invest in one of those. It's good if you farm anything with low defense like tribesmen, rock crabs, chaosters, guards, etc., and for ranging. You use darts, so I think it'd be worth it. Why didn't you bring any nets to elk with? Fire giants I don't bother with elking anything. A lot of times when I'm low on food, my inventories are almost filled up, just like now. So I never really had to find myself having to high elk items here. Plus, I like to collect things like the battle staffs and the rune skimmies. I don't high elk the rune skims at all. I think we're almost like at 110 rune skims now in the bank. RuneSkim is, I wouldn't say better DPS here. No. Fire Giants have high defense level. You're better off using a Dragon Longsword. A RuneSkim though, like say Chaos Druids would be better to use. And you would think a Runeskimmy would be better at Moss Giants too, for example, like because I mean just because of their combat level and being much lower in defense than Fire Giants. I've actually tested this on my own. I didn't make a video about it. I thought about it though. I'm getting more DPS with a Dragon Longsword with, at Moss Giants versus a Runeskim. So, yeah, exactly what Mr. said there. 2th half key, let's go. That just reminded me of something. Totally forgot about this, but I think it was yeah. So I did a stream before, let's say like a week ago, week and a half ago. Um, anyways, I got a tooth key half drop, and I ended up messing up with my words there. So I went ahead and said two. So I said tooth, but then I said keef half. So tooth keef half. That's what I said in the stream. Um, anyways, I ended up sharing a video on my Facebook account. So I don't know if you guys know, but I do play other games other than RuneScape. Like I'm big into Apex Legends. I'm big into Gears of War franchise. Um, what other games do I like to play? So Gears of War, Apex. There's Stalker 2, which is not online play, but it's open world survival t type shooter game. Anyways, I ended up sharing a video, and I want to share it, but I ended up getting copyrighted sharing that video because I guess there's some music in the video itself that plays. So I end up having to take that stream down because of that. And um, anyway, so I ended up messing up my words saying tooth key half. Almost did just now actually. Tooth keef. I don't know why I want to say keef, but key half. I should just say key half or tooth half key would be better. Actually, I think that's what it's called, isn't it? In OSRS, tooth half key, or is it tooth key half? Tooth half key. It is tooth half key. Well, two half of key, and this. Wait, no, that's something else. What? Oh yeah, two half of key. That's what it's called. Another one. Let's keep talking about the tooth key half. Why don't we? I'm just messing around now at this point. Even though I checked the code, I swear tooth keys are rare level up. Oh, are you big into coding, Mr. Hat? Like the source code you're talking about here? Is that what you're talking about? Anyways, on my ignore list, I have 80 crystal. You might wonder what's 80 crystal. These are the amount of crystal keys that I've put together on my own so far on my account. The total, so if you think about it, that's what, 160 tooth key halves, well, and loops together, or I should just say 160 key halves, whether it was a loop. Wait, no, yeah, 160, 160, yeah. But yeah, 80 crystal keys is what I've managed to put together, and 54 crystal chests is what I've opened. I end up selling, what is that, like, 26? Yeah, 26 crystal keys that I've sold. I have some loops in the bank, otherwise I probably would be down for that trade. We'll see. I think I don't know. I have to check to see how many loops I have and how many teeth I have, I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and bank now. It's so cool how climbing boots can be unlocked at level 3 and remain useful throughout the whole game. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so no, I'm gonna go ahead and keep the key halves here, or the tooth key halves that I have, and then also the loops. Um, I was just thinking, I was going to follow up with your message there. When Slayer is out, does that mean Room Boots will be in the game then? Room Boots, January 26, 2005. Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Yeah, you can code the market has teeth being more expensive, but someone says it's probably just because they're smaller and people miss them and don't pick them up. That could be true right there too, yeah. No, that would make sense because they do tend to blend in like even just with regular bones, they as Shadow Warriors, has happened. I always right click. That's why when it comes to training you might notice, or you may notice that I'm right-clicking all the time my drops. I do that for a reason. Even if it just looks like it's just a big bone, I do that because of the key halves. Teeth are about 165K and loops are like 90K, like they should be the same, left alone. I haven't checked the prices on those guys in a while. The last bit of crystal keys I did have, I ended up selling them for 185K. And not even like I'm not even kidding. I think not even a week later they went up to like 220K or something like that for a full crystal key. I was like, what? If I just waited a week, I would have made some extra GP, but it's all right. It's funny because I feel like I've gotten more loop halves overall so far. I feel like I'm getting a good balance between the two. You know, yeah, loops are seemingly more common, but they shouldn't be. Also, low rise, do we really need the loop? Teeth are the important part. True, that's actually a good way to put it. Like, I guess you need the loop so your hand could like twist the key itself, I guess. Oh my God. I knew my inventory looked funny. Yeah, so we're on the same page then with that. I always get way more teeth halves from random event boxes. Actually, come to think of it, I did get a tooth key half before too, um, from those random events with the wise old man or the mysterious. What the heck is his name now? Mysterious mystery mystery old man or something like that. Why do I forget his name now? Yeah, mysterious old man. I think it's the casket random event though that rewards you that. You've only gotten a key half from the mystery man I've alone. It sounds to me that you don't do a lot of combat training, huh, mister? I spent a bit of, or quite a bit of time at Fire Giants and Shadow Warriors that I've gotten. Well, I mean, according to my ignore list, I haven't even added the ones that I have in my bank currently, which is like only two crystal keys. So in total, 82 crystal keys is what I would have right now, but I don't. added to the ignore list until I actually put them into a crystal, like make them into crystal keys. It's just easier that way for me to keep track. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of my key halves from Fire Giants and Shadow Warriors. Hey, Slane. Oh, you do? You're like 88, 99, 80 combat stats. Nice. I thought maybe you were a skiller because of what you said. Oh, I see. I ended up missing out on Marco's message. I always get way more teeth. Or no, I did read that one. What am I talking about? Caskets are also from mystery boxes. Okay. You trained 99 strength at Shadows and got a ton of keys from them. I trained at Shadow or Shadows until you got or until I got the Dragon Square half, but it took until basically 98 strength, so I figured I'd finish it level up. Sounds like a lot of hours. Um, I think I got my shield left half. Like I made a video on it actually. I got my shield left half finally as Shadow Warriors. Less than 5k kills, which is like what? I kill about 100 and damn, I don't remember the numbers. Let me see here. Hang on. I have it on the notepad. So at Shadow Warriors, I'm getting about, let's see, I'm getting about 210 kills per hour. So 5,000, it was under 5,000 kills. I know is about that. So 24 hours at Shadow Warriors is when I got my shield left half. I think once I achieve 92 defense here, like I said, I'm going to take a break, focus on range to 85, I think, and maybe go back to rune crafting too. I think. I mean, I still have over 50,000 rune essence. I just bought 4,000 the other day. Shadow Warriors have such a dreary ambience to me for some reason. Maybe it's because they're in a bear cave. I don't know if I could get a 99 at them. I like the spot because it's less crowded than Fire Giants. Because depending on the day, like for example, like I logged in today around 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. sorry, and um pretty much early mornings is the best time for me to come to Fire Giants. Otherwise, in the afternoon, this place can have like three players here in almost every world, which is nice. You know, it's nice to see that the that everyone's training and whatnot, and it also shows that the game is active. At that point, I'm at Shadow Warriors though, a lot less players there. I also like too that the bank is just pretty much above you. Takes like not even a minute to bank. Garlic got his shield half from elves yesterday. Really? Was that his first one? Yeah, I'm jealous. My friend got two shield halves and a spear before I even got one. My RNG sucks except for the cracker I got. Well, let me ask you this. Who's your follower? Who do you follow? I used to be a Zamrock follower. I used to love Zamrock, you know, back in my OSRS times and even RuneScape 2 before it became EOC. Always was part of Zamrock. It's one of my favorites. Anyways, ever thinking back though, all those times that I've been a Zamrock follower, my RNG sucked. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not But ever since 2004 Scape and ever since members content release, I got the very first armor that I bought was actually Guthix armor. I didn't bother with Ceradomin or Zamrock. And that, yeah, that could be because I couldn't afford it at the time. But even then, it was still, you know, Guthix armor was still pretty expensive too. But I got the Guthix plate body, Guthix plate leg, and also the full helm before the Dragon Med helm. Um, anyways, I've been a Guthix follower now throughout my entire 2004 Scape journey, and I don't know. It's just funny to me that my RNG's been amazing on this game. I like to think it's because I'm a Guthix follower, but it's just one of those things that you wasted all your RNG on the cracker that's gonna live in my bank forever. Wow, you have a Christmas cracker. I think I seen you join the stream before. That's the first time you mentioned that you had a cracker. You're talking about you being jealous. I'm jealous because a cracker would be nice to have. VBT says, yeah, early morning is the only time I go to some spots like Fire Giants. Blue Dragons are also better early mornings too. Unfortunately, though, by September, I won't have those mornings anymore to log in and knock out some hours, which is okay. I can always knock them out in the evening as well. I think tribesmen are quite underrated spot for loot and clues. If there was like one more spawn of them near the glider, it would make a decent, would be decent XP. Tribesmen. When it comes to tribesmen, I've never trained on them personally. I've probably killed them for like no more than 10 minutes. So, uh, I know they're good for herb drops, at least according to Index's video that he uploaded like a year ago. They look like they're a pretty decent mid-level spot to train your combat, if you want to switch it up. And don't they drop like clue scrolls? No? They do. They drop the medium clue, I think. Cracker's nice, but what am I going to do with it? Can't show it off and don't want to sell it. I think I s- I mean this would be me right here. If I had a Christmas cracker in the bank right now, I would definitely pull it, and obviously with someone that's trustworthy, and then whatever party hat that comes from it, I'd be happy with that, to be honest. And but I know there's not very many crackers left in the game, right? At least that's what I heard. I know garlic has one. That was like my pumpkin though, too. That's why one of the reasons why I sold it, because it was just sitting in there in the bank and I sold it for 90 mil. If I just held a little longer, I probably would have gotten away with 120 mil right now. Yeah, they drop medium clues, limps, and snake grass, and gnats, herbs, gold ore. They're pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, those are all really good drops. Gold ores sell for like 1.2, I think 1.2K now. But even like the snapegrass and limp roots as well, those sell for nice GP as well. I think like 3K for the limps and also snapegrass, I think 1.2 as well. Wait, so you're telling me in this last yeah, in the last hour and a half, I've been listening to music entirely on my own? You guys can't hear any music, can you, huh? I just I just checked the stream and saw that the stream was completely quiet when I had my mic muted just now. I was like, what's going on? Why isn't the music playing through the freaking... I apologize, guys. One second. That's funny. Let's see what's going on here. Properties, yeah. We'll go with that. Let me know if it's too loud though. Rest in peace, Snoop Slayer 11. Are you down to riot, Wally? We were just talking about that an hour ago. Hey, Kyra, how's it going? Sounds like Walmart. Sounds like a Walmart commercial. good old Wally Walmart. Isn't isn't that what some uh people say? They call it Wally Mart or something.
Say it louder, say it louder. Feel the moment, feel the power. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. If you feel like letting go, you can take control.
You know Garlic is a
You can
rapper.
turn
Have
your
you
soul
heard
to
Garlic's
something
music?
beautiful.
No, I
If you
haven't.
feel
It's funny that he is, because I used to like to rap
gets
too
you
back in the
down,
day
down, down, gets
when I
you
was like
down, down,
14.
down. Say it louder, say it
I
louder.
used to pick up on that as
Feel the
well.
moment, feel the power. Bring the
Wally
animal
World, that's
back
what
to
they called it.
life.
I was gonna mention the music, but I
Bring
thought
the
it was
energy one
intentional.
more time.
No, not at all. Here I am sitting here listening to the playlist on my own this entire time and
Bring the
decided to turn
energy
up
one
the
more
music on
time.
my phone here because I like to use my phone to read the YouTube chat.
Bring the energy one more time. Say it louder, say it louder.
Good vibe check.
Feel
Although
the
I noticed it too
perfume
when I
of the
it got in
earth.
here,
Bring
and
the animal back to
I thought it was all muted up
life.
though. Yeah, it was
Bring the
actually
energy one more time.
for over an
If
hour and a
you
half
feel like
almost.
letting go,
I
you
even
can
said in my
take
intro
control.
in today's
You
stream
can turn your
that I was
soul
going
to
to turn it
something
on and asked
beautiful if you
anyone.
feel
I asked
life
to let me know
gets
if it
you
was loud or
down,
not,
down,
and
down,
no one
gets you
answered.
down, down, down. Say it louder, say it louder. Oh, feel the moment, feel the
But it's
power.
okay, like the
Oh,
it's not too
bring
loud.
the animal back to life. Oh, bring the energy one more time. Bring the energy one more time. Bring the energy one more time.
Okay, music level's fine. Hey Wally, can you advise for early AFK training for base 60 melee? Let's see, hang on 1 second. For base 60s, that puts you like what, 70, assuming your prayer level's about 40, or let's just call it 35. That's what, close to 70 combat, maybe? Anyways, for AFK base 60s, I would recommend. Sorry, I'm thinking really hard. It's been a while, since I've been that level, and I never really worried too much about AFKing, but AFKing is nice. I'm trying to remember whether or not, because Ice Warriors would be AFKable, but they hit pretty high and a lot at around 70 plus combat. So you wouldn't really last more than half an hour. You would have to bank every 20 minutes, I would imagine, if you try to AFK there, and you would risk dying too. That's the thing too. Unless of course you have the Ring of Life equipped. We got a message in games. Thugs. I was thinking thugs, but I mean, low HP. AFK. Now that rock crabs are here, I would try rock crabs. But if you don't want to try rock crabs, I would try then. Um, I think baby blue dragons would be AFKable. I think baby blue dragons are aggressive. Actually, hang on, let me check it. Baby blue dragons, are they aggressive? Yes or no? Yes, they are aggressive. So the nice thing about baby blue dragons is that they provide a nice prayer XP per hour, no matter your combat level. So if you're looking for some more prayer levels, definitely tackle some baby blue dragons. There's a nice spot in Taverley Dungeon away from the blue dragons. Just pretty much where you get the lava eel. Sorry, the lava eel during the hero's quest. There's 3 spawns there, and since you're not twice their combat level, these guys will attack you regardless. And not regardless, sorry. They'll attack you because of your current combat level. I think maybe blue dragons are 48 combat, so that would take you to like 96 combat, yeah. And the thing with baby blue dragons too is that they don't hit very high. Their max hit is a 5, right? And they don't hit very often. So I would recommend baby blue dragons for sure. He was banned for buying feathers. Aw, man, that sucks. Yeah, that's a good point to make as well. Even with low defense, and if you're getting hit, and you're only lasting like say 20 minutes, you still just got the bank above you in the Legends Guild, which only takes about a minute to go there and back and resupply. That's a good way to look at it. Shadow Warriors would be AFKable too, and they always lock onto you too. Unlike baby blue dragons, I think baby blue dragons don't lock onto you, but I mean they're fairly close to each other. That I don't think you would have a hard time AFK in there either. But also try out Boring Life's idea too, thugs. You know, despite their low HP, uh, looks to me 20, 25k XP maybe is what you can get with your current stats. Yeah, Ice Warriors are also nice too, but like I said, at base 60s, you're gonna get freaking massacred. I'm so, sorry, it's just you're pretty far from a bank. You know, even if you decide, like, the locations for Ice Warriors, what you have the Asgardian dungeon, you have the dungeon near with the Ice Queen there. I don't know what the, I guess I don't know what dungeon that's called, but under White Wolf Mountain, I think. And you have Ice Warriors in the wilderness, of course, but of course that's high in the wilderness, so all locations are far from banks. I think Shadow Warriors, if you have the Legends quest completed, would be the spot. Shadow Warriors, baby blue dragons for per XP, and somewhat AFKable at baby blue dragons because of your combat level. You're a baby blue legend though, so I get why you like blues. Baby blues, yeah. I spent I spent a lot of time at baby blue dragons. I went from what 50 something prayer to 74 prayer, I think it was. Just at baby blue dragons. I've gained over 20 prayer levels through those guys. I must have killed over 30,000 baby blue dragons. 30,000. Do you guys catch that guy's name? I'm gonna add him now. Let's see. Look at this guy's username. Oh man, the usernames you guys come up with in this game, it's funny actually sometimes, you know. Actually, You know, shiny knock owl. No, I don't. No. Saw somebody named Gold Bar yesterday. Actually, there's actually, I think there's a player named Rune Bar as well. I know there was Rune Sword, which, by the way, guy, I don't know, like Rune Sword, him and I used to, back in free-to-play worlds at least, one of those old time, one of my old friends, if you will. A lot of these guys here are old friends from FTP. Like we've got Smokey, which was actually the very first player I added in the game here. PK Fred was the second one that I added. Folsom was the third. And it's weird how this is in order right now. And then Froob, sorry, and then RH, of course. RH helped me out with a rune skim when I couldn't afford it. He also ended up quitting. I haven't seen him logged in since free-to-play days, which was like what? March 2025? Ah, my idiot. I forgot my rope and my glory. Am I? Whoa, hang on now. Am I stuck here? Oh wait, no. I got the option here to swim to rock. Okay. I thought for a second I was stuck. Remember when someone was trying to get Bill Cosby before his name change, posted to forums all mad about it? Yeah, FTP days were fun. I see some old FTP names, old FTP names. I knew you Smokey, Folsom, and a handful of others. I started in FTP, then took a break when P2V came out for some reason. I used them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Hurley, I don't know if you guys heard of him, but he used to make a lot of videos back in free to play and used to stream a lot as well. I haven't seen him logged in or make a video in over a year now. It's probably got busy IRL. Just don't have time anymore, maybe. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared. Yeah, that was a funny fail actually on my end. Happens to the best of us for sure. A tale as old as time for gaining the items. I don't know if my memory's off, but I remember needing 2 ropes for that, and both would be used and vanished. You might be onto something there. A lot of guys who had a bank worthy of playing just chucked it at the duo arena when members released while most of them quit. Yeah. He had a awesome account in free to play. Still has an awesome account to this day. I don't know why he ended up quitting. Actually, I know that there was a video out there where I don't know who was it now that was staking their bank pretty much. I think it was a player named Art and someone else that ended up staking each other, and I think Art ended up losing most of his bank, and I think he ended up quitting, but I seen him recently online. And I also seen a funny video of him too a year ago on Varrock's channel, sorry. So Varux is another player who used to make videos, and it's actually pretty funny video. I wonder if it's still on YouTube though. If it is, maybe I'll share with you guys. Hang on. Let's see, Varux, 2004Scape. Oh yeah, it's still on YouTube. I'm gonna share it with you guys. 1 second. We'll go ahead and pop this on for you guys.
Look at this guy fucking mining the same one as me. Calling out a fucking loser. Dude, this guy, he literally mines the same rocks that I'm mining. Look at him. I'm helping you understand. What? This guy's nuts. This guy's a child. Oh, here we go again. A weenie. Of course. Of course. Oh yeah. Look at him go. Look at him. This is like the greasiest behavior I've ever seen in my life. Like, what is this guy doing? Is this reportable? Like, this, what are you doing? Are you serious? If I could steal his mithril, that would be the funniest thing. Yeah, come get your myth. Come on, come get your myth. I'm just gonna waste this guy's time. Fuck him. Yep, sucks. Eat my ass, bro. Come, yeah, come get your myth, sir. Yeah, come run over here. Oops, too slow. Sorry, man. That's a bummer. Oh, here he comes. Mad? I'm not mad. I'm calm. He says sit. I am sitting. I'm literally in a chair. What do you play standing up?
Look, this guy named Shop Owner was the guy who, like, as soon as I'm getting to my iron, he logs in.
Oh, look at him. Just sitting in the bank. XP wasting. What a loser. Look at him. Still XP wasting. You're gonna go take your mithril ore.
Oh, that's good. This is a classic, that one. Um, it's called Art being the biggest slime ball in 2004Scape. you remember Ty? Yeah, I remember Ty's. He was also good. He made some great 1000 looting videos or loot from 1000 videos. He also streamed a lot too, I remember, and those were nice to hang out in. Yeah, I don't know. I guess things came up IRL for both of them, Ty's and Hurley. Maybe one day we'll see them again. We'll see. Mitch Man recently staked a purple hat fat and lost it to dead body and then quit too, left low. Actually, I seen a forum post on the forums there recently about their stakes and stuff. Sounds looks like a lot of drama, to be honest. Are you gonna have to stop? Are you gonna have to stop streams when Wallboy Summer is over? Hashtag Wallboy Summer is over. Yeah, the streams unfortunately won't be around as much, and after summer, we'll be knocking out some hours IRL and most likely playing in the evening when we can. And when I'm playing in the evening, I much rather just kind of chill, you know. I mean, I'm still chilling in a stream, but it's just I just prefer to stream in the morning. Well, there's still weekends too, right? We gotta remember there's weekends too where I could still stream actually, come to think about it. But I would imagine too in September we'll be back on the channel with some more random uploads and maybe some moneymaker guide videos too, because I've actually been reached out on some of the videos there where um, viewers are asking for a money making guide video, and I've replied telling them, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, sorry, and haven't got around to it though yet. Apparently, Mitchman is playing again to pay off his debt to Canada. Left alone. Remember that player who lost party hat in Wilderness? Yeah, that was actually my friend, one of my closest friends, Rune. Unfortunate that happened to him. It's too bad he wasn't aware of the mechanics when it comes to the Dragon Spear spec. Apparently, the Dragon Spear spec stacks, and you can't do anything about it. I don't even think you can eat, so. He's been online here and there, Rune. You know, I don't think he necessarily 100% quit, but I mean, he's been online still here and there. Just not as much ever since that happened. That's what I noticed. That's the best 2004Scape vid, hands down. I know, it was pretty funny. I seen it actually just a day on the day of or a day before or after, sorry, that upload was uploaded. So talked to Art yesterday, got him so stranded in Tyra's camp without a telly, I had to come bail him out. Glad he's back. He's lost a blue fat to PK and quit for a long time. Yeah, that's who it was, I think he was staking. I seen that. I mean, entering the wilderness with rares is just asking for trouble. That's true. And also, if you're running with like a D chain and whatever Rune had on, I'm sure if he was like naked with like maybe a cape and the party hat, he would have protected that path right there. He also lost like a bunch of iron darts and feathers too. He was in the middle of like um, crafting all of that stuff with him.
Double shot for the gifted. One more for us. There you go. Drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow. We go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night. Living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Uh-huh.
This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no. No, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last. Make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
In multiplayer, no less. You think Noob Slayer is innocent? He caught a band buying feathers yesterday. Hmm. If he was caught, then well, not so much if, because he's banned, right? The fact that he was caught and he claims that he doesn't know what macaroni is. I don't know, like, I mean, I think it's just gonna have to come down to the appeal if he sends in an appeal. Otherwise, I couldn't quite answer that if he was innocent or not. I don't know. I never really talked to him. I think I might have him on the friends list. I think we message each other a couple times here and there, but that's really it. Or maybe we hadn't. Maybe we just, yeah, never mind.
I'll never slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
was banned? Was he streaming or something, or was this just all like through a forum post? Because I can't seem to find one on it. Was it during a video of his, or because that too, I can't find a video on that either. So I don't know what's going on.
Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away.
I'm just sad he won't appeal it either. He just quit. He had a YouTube channel and it was his first time playing RS in general. If he had footage of him behind the feathers, his last progress video has him banned at the end. Oh, I see. I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show. Well, if it was in his last progress vid and he just made like a Dear Jagex video from, well, it's titled Dear Jagex from a 2004Scape player. Considering that he uploaded that right after his ban, it tells me that he still has that interest to play. And it also tells me too that, like, hey, that he has played RuneScape in the past. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong though too. Or he's just weighing in on the Mudkip video and the Autumn Allergy video too about 2007 RuneScape servers. I've thought about making my own video on that too. But I don't know if I I don't know if I should or not. We'll just have to wait and see, I think. You know. I can't even be 100% if he was merchant or not, but the fact that he quit, I'm keen to believe it was a false ban. He said in the comments he was using the game to quit smoking. Why did he get banned? Laugh aloud. He said he's never played, but yeah, sometimes I wonder, Left Man, he was pretty good. Also got like 94th even before the ban. I do wonder if he potentially used the auto clicker for nights. Yeah, like you don't just start up like RuneScape. Like if you're new to RuneScape, of all games, I don't think you would go to 2004Scape. I think you would go right to OSRS or something if you were new to the community, you know? Like maybe he's played in the past before for a little bit, and that's why he came to 2004Scape, and then, you know, and he hasn't played ever since 2004 or 2000, around there. I don't know. I also felt like he had a little bit more knowledge than he did or claimed or whatever. And 94 thieving kind of too, like it's like it could be either like he just took a great interest in the skill, or B, he knew that thieving was the way to go because it's, just one of those skills that will not only bring GP but also like how can I explain this? The way I think about it is if someone was new to the game, they wouldn't necessarily have or get a high thieving level in the time that he did. That's what I'm trying to say. Chances are I don't know how many hours he put on the account, but he started uploading over a month ago, according to his videos. And considering that he already had 94 thieving within a month or so, right? That's I don't know, guy. Like, is it true that you're new to RuneScape, or are you just kind of like saying that? Or I don't know. It's a bit confusing, but it does suck that he was banned because, I mean, he had a following too. Like, I mean, he got over 500-600 views for most of his progress vids, even like over 1,000, 2,000 views, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe he will appeal. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll just like make an entire new account and go from there. Maybe, I don't know. Just let the Lost City rebuild the injured up until 07. Jagex sues it for IP theft and takes over the idea. When you put it that way, it's sort of a win-win, I guess, for us, I guess, and but not really necessarily for the developers here, moderators. Like, I think that's too why they're only planning to go up to 2006, maybe that could. I've heard like 2007 is where they're going as far as 2007, but again, that's just a rumor. You go to the roadmap, the updates that they have on the roadmap is just only goes up to 2006 of what is it, December? No, May 2006. Hmm. Endless reruns 04, 07Scape. He did take advice from other plays. He wasn't permanent banned. It was only 2 weeks. Okay. I don't think he ever said he was a totally new player. He just played it briefly as a child. I watched his introduction video and I don't remember. I don't recall exactly, but if he stated that he was a new player and only played briefly, that could be. But that's where I was trying to get at too with what I was saying. Well, Mudkip made a video about Jagex releasing an original 07 server, and the reception was terrible. Left out. OSRS players don't want this. Well, there was a. If you go to the worlds right now, they have a permanent Deadman mode world. A permanent Deadman world. Why couldn't they have a couple worlds that are permanent and just in 2004Scape? Sorry, 2007 Scape. Right? And those players that say, oh no, it's would it split the community and all this? Well, actually, I don't think it would because you guys said the same thing back in 20, what was it, 2012, before or for the announcement for Old School RuneScape to return. You guys remember that? There was a lot of freaking ranting going on about that. Oh, it's going to split the community up. It's going to this, do that, and do this, you know, and it never did. It actually, look at OSRS now. The game is even more massive than it was when it first was released. Not saying the same thing would happen with 2007 Scape, of course, but I mean, it's not going to affect the community that at all because again you can multi-log in anyways. A lot of us do it anyways on OSRS where players are playing either on their Iron Man and they're playing on their main account or something, you know. So what will they be doing in regarding this holidays? Can I get bunny ears ever again? That's a good question. I couldn't answer that. Did you get RuneScape drop or did you have that already? I did get a RuneScape drop. I think like 10 minutes ago. They can easily make a handful of worlds perm for '07 and they would have 500 players on them till the end of days. Yeah, they would. You know, a lot of us too from 2004Scape would I would say even go to 2007 servers, you know, but we would also still probably occasionally play this too, this version here, and continue to support this project here too. I feel. I mean, I certainly would. I would still log in on my account here and still play, even if it meant playing just with 100 other players, right? You know, I don't disagree with Mudkip, but people seem incredibly angry at the suggestion. Yeah, those are the same players that were angry back in 2012 or even 2013, you know, with the announcement for Old School RuneScape or RuneScape 2007 to come back. Which is which doesn't make any sense because there's over close to 500k votes saying yes, bring it back. I think the issue is that people think it will take away dev time from '07 RS3. Well, that that could be it too, but here's the thing. Their team is so it's like 3 times, what is it? 3, 4 times bigger than it was back in 2013, right? They've got a huge team there that I'm sure they you know, I mean, look at it. The perm world for Deadman, for instance, like they're overlooking that, so why can't you make a couple more worlds here? Perm '07, you know? Shouldn't be. After all, like, there's not going to be any updates added to those servers. Just keep it the way it is in 2007, like it was, and you know, maybe work on some bugs here and there. But that's shouldn't take. I don't know. That's just my thought on it, my opinion, and I would imagine it would only need like a couple guys, couple team members, I mean, to overlook it. Noob Slayer was definitely experienced. He was only training mage range like a pure and he never played before and then only wanted to train gathering sounds like 07 Skiller, to be honest. Also, you mentioned the '06 cutoff there. That's just because of the new encryption and cache availability. Pizzazz would go further if he could. Okay. That's what. That's why that is like that. Yeah. Either way, Noob Slayer. You know, guy, you were using a client or a program of some sort, sort of software to buy your feathers for you. The fact that you thought about that tells me that hey, you played before. But who was it now in chat that said? I think it was Kyra. Yeah, so briefly played as a child back in the day, right? That could be it too. Either way, he has a good supporting community from the sounds of it. Me, I didn't really know the guy, but I have seen his introduction video, and I like to support the 2004Scape content creators. Not regardless, I subscribe to them on my alternate account, which is not my official Wally is F2P account. Um, I like to use my alternate account to subscribe to my YouTube or to subscribe to channels, not just RuneScape related, but I subscribe to a lot of my um, channels here on my alternate account. It's just easier that way, versus if I had that on my main account, which is Wally's F2P. Well, let me just say it this way, actually. My Wally's F2P channel is really just for the channel itself. I'm not on that account to really subscribe. I mean, I am subscribed to some channels, but a lot of it is just for my videos, of course, but my alternate account on YouTube I like to use for browsing. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So I like to browse on the other account here. My actually, I'll go ahead and leave it at that. But '06 is such a far ways off anyway. It's not my opinion. I think this is the perception of the public on '07 servers. Laugh aloud. I think Noob Slayer was auto-clicking knights, but just happened to get banned while buying feathers. Oh man. I'm gonna become the next Noob Slayer, mark my words. You watching ASMR videos on the other on the account? Um, I was going to just say before I said I'd leave it at that. This account is also used by my oldest daughter too. She likes to. We have a subscription on this account, right? On the one that we use anyways. I don't bother with the family membership that they have. I just get the one subscription itself, and it allows up to like a couple devices, and it's been working out for us. So if there are some like if there are some like weird not weird anime, but some anime stuff on here, not that I'm have anything against anime. I love anime myself, like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Naruto even. um, but if there's like another sort of anime such as I don't know, let me check. I think it was called like Demon Slayer or something. So Demon Slayer is what my oldest daughter is into. She loves that series. I don't really know much about Demon Slayer, but I think it's popular. There's another one, something about dungeons or something to do with dungeons or something. Dungeons and Dragons of I don't know. But yeah, we both share the account, and I have most of my subscriptions on this account where I is it actually? I think in maybe, let's see, I'd say maybe in 20 more minutes, guys. 20, 30 more minutes, we're gonna call it there for the stream. I actually gotta get going here. I have some things to get done this morning, such as so do you just play this in your free time outside of work? No, I play more than just RuneScape. I'm big into Apex Legends. I play competitively on there. I like to play Gears of War like games, so just recently there was the open beta for E-Day, Gears E-Day. I played that in just last weekend, and on my free time it's either getting on some games, other whether it's 2004Scape or other games, or it's just spending time with the family. A lot of times it's spending time with the family, and like the most on average throughout this entire year, I would say I put on average like 2 hours every day, if not every day, every second day. That's my average playtime right now. Compared to last year when I was, I had a very flexible schedule. I was doing, mobile mechanic stuff, right? A heavy duty. I was a heavy duty mobile mechanic. So very flexible schedule there where I was able to knock out 4 or 5 hours in the morning and knock out another 2 hours or 3 hours in the evening. So I was putting in like 8, 10 hour days last year, which was nice. And um, but at the same time, it's yeah, I definitely put a lot of hours in onto the account last year compared to this year, and that's just due to changes IRL wise. And I still try to get in the hours though. I've said this many times through my videos and even in previous streams that even though we just don't have those out. I mean, we did these last 2 months. August and July was really nice. Had nothing to do whatsoever other than, you know, didn't have to go to work anymore. I took the summer off. But starting September, though, we'll be back at it. I think gaming in general will always be a part of my life, no matter how old I get. And I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'm really okay with that. I like to think that all of us that play 2004 Scape here, I like to think that in 20 years from now, we're all still going to be hanging out in a way, on depend. But 20 years is a lot of time. We don't know where the servers are going to be or who's going to be hosting them, or if either way, I think we'll still be hanging out on RuneScape wherever that may be. That's the better way to put it. I hope that um, our community here in 2004Scape, we stick around, and I made some awesome friends here, on this game, and not just friends, but awesome following. Following, I think, is the yeah. It's one of the reasons too why I enjoy making those random uploads and just not, or just making videos in general. Um, I've always had a passion for making videos on for RuneScape. I made videos. It's been now for at least on my Wally's F2P channel. It's been now like 13, 14 years now since my first upload. And if I had to tell you who it was that got me into making videos, it was really like two YouTubers at the time. It was a friend and Nightmare RH. Those were the two main guys that got me into video editing and making videos. Well, 47K, about that. 47K away from 116 combat. Unfortunately, we won't be getting that for the stream, but I mean, next time you guys see me, I'll be 116 combat in game. And I think from there, after 92 defense, we'll work on getting my range level to at least 85, maybe even 80, close to 90. Maybe we'll go for 90 actually. Did you know Dragon Ball had an alternate Canadian intro? No, I didn't know that. And oh, you work for it yourself. No, I was with the company. Excuse me. See the huge draw party 300 mil plus on Sunday? Yeah, I have. It was like 200 plus mil when I first seen it. It went up, I see. If I end up making it there, I'm also going to donate to the drop party. They showed a picture of junk clue items. How is that 300 mil? Yeah, the drop party though is mainly for new players, so I think they'd be happy regardless of the clue items there. There's a nice stack of rune daggers, high alcohol items right there. 340 I see. Those high elk for what? I don't remember how much they high elk for actually, but there's like two. Oh, the potions are really nice. Holy crap. 3,000 parapods, 3,000 of each of every super set there. I mean, 3,000 super energy pots and anti-fire pots, 2,000 ranging pots, 25 glories, 2 D-chain bodies, and a ranger set, okay. $50,000 rune arrows it looks like. Those rune arrows are what? How much are those now? It's probably like 16 mil maybe. $100,000 lobsters. I just seen that. I'm just noticing that one. Alright guys, that was my last trip, sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and bank my stuff. Get myself set up for the next trip when I log back in later. I should be back online this afternoon, but I won't be streaming. I'll catch you guys in game though. We'll go ahead and teleport to Camelot here and gear up again or resupply and call it there. As always, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today or this morning. I'll try to stream again tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I'll catch you guys on Saturday. For the next stream, I'll save the defense level for the next stream, I think. Or I'll get close to it and knock it out, I think. $116 combat sometime tomorrow or on Saturday, depending on when I stream again. For this afternoon, I'll most likely start working on my range level, actually. So actually no, I'll make one more trip like I said. This afternoon. Gotta get back into rune crafting though. We have 50,000 rune essence to rune craft yet. I think I'll turn all of those into law runes and maybe a little bit of cosmic runes now that I can double cosmic rune or rune craft double cosmic runes. Hey CD player, we're just logging out and in the stream. Sorry that you couldn't catch. Yeah, sorry that I couldn't catch you earlier, but we'll be online this afternoon, like I said. All right, you guys take care as always, and bye.